A surprising decision to take to the field. Conditions feel like there won't be a lot on offer for the bowlers, and the opening batters will want to capitalise on what seems a bad call.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Through the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Keep us in. Yeah.
They'll get at least one.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Keeper's ball.
8 runs added in that over. The Sunrisers are none for 8. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep. Keeper. Yeah.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
It was just a little bit too full and it was beautifully timed.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Wait. Yes.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yeah.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
There was absolutely a second on then, being a little bit too risk-averse out in the middle.
Yep. Keeper's end. Hold on.
Out!
Yeah!
Caught!
That is a big wicket. You want to send key people back to the pavilion quickly. Excellent work.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
Nice way to get off the mark.
Yep.
Decided against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd continued on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. The Sunrisers are 1 for 24. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Not taken. A boundary, but not a convincing one.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait on.
Straight to the fielder.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
Yep. Keeper's ball.
A couple on offer here.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
End of the over. The Sunrisers are 1 for 35. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Fantastic running, great communication between the two of them. No bat though, that'll be leg byes.
Thick edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. Nicked it! Loud shout. And gone straight to the keeper.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Yes.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Bowled him! Beauty, absolute beauty.
A good innings, weathered some good bowling and scored freely when given the opportunity, but couldn't keep it going and will head back disappointed.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Wait.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing, lovely front foot shot that has raced to the boundary.
Ahmed has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yeah.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Over. The Sunrisers are 3 for 62. David given the job here to bowl the last over of the innings.
Yes.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yeah.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Yep.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yes.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
David has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. No partnerships, nobody passing 50. Couldn't ever get anything going their way in posting this small. This total is well below par, and the openers are going to be looking to close this out quickly. The bowlers are going to have to find someone to make up for the rest of the team's batting failures. Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Big edge, first ball.
Yep.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yeah, that's it.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Markram, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Huge edge. There'll be one run here for them. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Bowler.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Cummins coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Off the edge, could be four. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one, got out the way. There are no more of those in this over.
Yep. Keeper.
Nice shot, runs possible.
End of the over. Mumbai Triumph are now on none for 21.
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Gone, brilliant in the field.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait though to face their first ball. Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And straight into the safe hands of the keeper.
Such a disappointment. A lot of people here at the ground would have been looking forward to seeing this innings. As it is, they've got to walk back. barely troubling the scorers.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Misses everything.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads though, not the bats.
Yep.
Big edge.
End of the third over. The batting team are now on 2.
The right-arm fast
25.
bowler is
Change
coming
of
into the
bowling.
attack.
Right arm.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep. Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Keeper.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
That's got to hurt. Misjudged that one.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
For 29.
Malik ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler. Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Keeper's ball.
Good return, back from the deep.
Yep, Dad.
Immaculate timing there.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Great shot, great timing.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Ahmed, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
A real beauty, just times it so well.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here.
Yep.
Edged.
Keeper's end.
Exactly where you want your fielders to throw as a wicketkeeper, right over the top of the stumps. Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple one. Came down at them, threw their hands at it in the last minute. It's a wonder they weren't stumped.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Catch.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Times it nicely.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on. Thick edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Markram will bowl the final over of the match. Massive edge.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. This could be out.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
2 runs needed off the last ball. Markram looks calm. It's been a good over so far. Just a case of finishing it off now. A couple on offer here.
And that marks
This
the
has
end
been a
of the match.
famous victory. For much of the match, we didn't know who was going to win, but in the end,